My name is Matt Luetke. I'm a certified prosthetist orthotist with Hanger Clinic at the University of Kansas Medical Center in Kansas City, Kansas. I've been with Hanger since 1996. I began as a technician fabricating artificial limbs and then went to Northwestern for orthotics and prosthetic school, came back, did 2 years of residency, completed my board exams, and then began practicing. There's a number of things that make it a little bit harder. When we first start training someone to run with a prosthesis, just being able to trust the prosthesis to be able to run. Most patients will start with what we call a hop skip. They're not trusting the prosthesis enough to be able to just stride out onto the prosthesis. But for a lot of them, they may get that in a few hours, or it could be a few days. I worked with some patients that had been marathon runners, and it actually took them a number of weeks before they were able to truly get their running gait back after their limb loss. Definitely. One of the things that a lot of times I'll tell patients is, because they'll ask, hey, can you think I'll be able to run? And I always ask them, well, were you running before? Or they may ask, you think I'll be able to run a marathon? I'm like, did you run a marathon before you lost your leg? And I've had a lot of people who said no. And there's been a lot of people that have actually ran that marathon after losing their leg. Being able to work with patients is what we do on a daily basis. That is the essence of being able to come to work. You get up, you come to work, and every single day you get to do what you love. And there's nothing better or more rewarding than that. But it's those days that we have the extra special patients come in. Everyone's special, but to be able to take someone that maybe had been a true athlete before their limb loss, and to lose a limb is such a catastrophic change for a lot of patients. It's on the level of losing a brother or sister, or you can just think of what it's like to have your own personal identity completely change overnight, and you may not even have had the chance to say, yes, it's okay to take my leg, because maybe you're in a car accident and next thing you did is you woke up and lost your limb. But to see these patients to be able to return to living the life that they were living before is just an amazing thing. My first advice would be, it's going to depend. So right after someone first loses their limb, we need to learn to walk before we run. But as soon as we've mastered walking up and down hills on uneven terrain, then I like to help my patients be able to fulfill any dreams they have. So basically, getting them a loaner running foot, being able to trial a running prosthesis to be able to feel what that's going to be like, so that they know, hey, this is definitely something I want to be able to do. I want to get back to running, or I want to be able to get back to playing football or baseball, softball, participate in all those activities I was doing before I lost my limb. For this particular patient, he initially was fit with his first prosthesis, and like I said, we learned to walk before we ran. So he walked in a prosthesis for about a year and a half, make sure he was completely healed after his injury. And then one spring morning, we actually went and fit the initial prosthesis, running prosthesis, to see if he would be able to return to running, and he was able to run. It wasn't beautiful at first. Like I said, it takes time. It's a lot of training, a lot of muscle memory to get back into running. It takes a lot more energy to run as an amputee than it does to run for an able-bodied individual, and a lot more coordination. Just like any other athlete, strengthening your body, making sure you're stretching out, working your core muscles, because if you have any kind of weakness within your body, whether it's your hip is weak, your knee is weak, that's going to show up as we're running. So the stronger we can get, the better someone's going to run. And it's one of those things that not all of my patients will have a running coach, but fine-tuning your running takes a long time. And as a prosthetist, I'm not a running coach, but we get people started down that road and then connect them with individuals so that they can continue to improve. The words of wisdom that I'd give to an amputee that wants to get back to running, or begin running, or get back to, whether it's skiing or playing any kind of a sport, is to never give up. Don't ever let anyone tell you, no, you cannot do it. There are so many people out there that have just blown me away with how amazing their soul truly is. There is more about how you feel and how strong you are mentally than how strong we are physically. We can always get stronger physically, but being able to get out there, being able to participate in life again, to live life again, to have that mobility that was taken away from you, being able to return to that is life altering. It's life changing. It brings you back full circle to where you were before losing a limb. And for some people, they were born with limb loss. And even for them, it's about being able to get to that point where they feel like they're peers and being able to participate. And like I said, you just never say no. If someone says no, you go ask someone else, how can you help me to be able to get to running? Because there's a lot of different opportunities out there for us to be able to help our patients to fulfill their dreams. And that's what we're here for, is to empower them to fulfill their dreams.